Hello everybody, my name is Kyle Butler. I apologize if the audio quality isn't terrific. There have been some microphone issues, but hopefully you can hear me okay during this presentation. This was a very interesting assignment, I have to say. I contacted a number of tech librarians and finally got an answer from someone who suggested that I talk to a colleague of his at the university library, and she was more than happy to help with the project. A little background on the facility to start off. The library is in North Carolina, and it holds approximately 3.3 million items. A million of those are in microtext. Additionally, the library subscribes to over 4,000 newspapers, along with other periodicals, and they have access to 33,000 more electronically. Also, there are over 90 computers in the building that give the patron access to the library catalog, as well as anything that you want to find on the World Wide Web. The woman that I spoke to is the Electronic Resources Librarian, and is one of many librarians that work in the ERIT department. Oh, by the way, ERIT stands for Electronic Resources and Internet Technology. The department's web page says that ERIT's mission is a responsibility to develop and support Internet technologies. I found out in the interview that they customize and install software, and they also make sure that the library's web page is always up to speed. And ERIT also provides tech support for monitors, printers, cameras, and scanners, along with several other hardware software programs in the library. As far as the ER librarian goes herself, when I asked her what technologies she used, it wasn't particularly different than the ones that I use myself on a daily basis. Email for one, and Internet Explorer for two. The library recently made the switch to Google Mail for all the students and faculty, and she uses Internet Explorer to go into her systems, and her main focus is working on Journal Finder. And Journal Finder is located on the library's webpage and gives people access to view around 50,000 works. And that includes newspapers, magazines, and other periodicals. So because she said that she worked on Journal Finder, I asked how the library is able to manage such a large amount of information. And what they use is called SQL Server 2005. And SQL is a relational model database server that manages data and includes several functions. One in particular is known as a DMV, and that stands for Dynamic Management View, and that makes sure that the system is working as best it should. I also wanted to get the librarian's take on new technologies and how she's able to sort of stay ahead of the curve. Her favorite resource in terms of that is the tech page on the CNN.com website, actually. And that site really does display a lot of information on all sorts of technology, whether it's social networking, internet news, recent innovations, to name a few. It also has links to several other tech sites, including CNET, as well as Engadget. And the ERIT department also gets together and holds monthly meetings where the tech librarians get together and sort of discuss recent breakthroughs and technological innovations. And since we were on that subject of new technology, I wondered if there were any technologies that she didn't currently know that she would like to learn, and her answer was categorically yes. She was very interested in learning about web page design and cascading style sheets, or CSS. I didn't know very much about CSS, to be honest, but it's basically language that describes how a page is formatted and how it looks, and it usually is used for pages that are written in HTML code, but I found out it can be applicable to other documents as well. Social networking was another subject that I wanted to get into because with Facebook's popularity expanding at an enormous pace, I wondered what sort of relationship the library had there, or if there was one at all. And the library definitely does use Facebook. They actually set up an account and several librarians take turns logging into the page over the course of a day. Patrons and students can then take advantage of the chat feature on Facebook if anyone wants to ask a librarian a question about research or certain items that may be available at the library. She told me that the library, incidentally, is not limited to Facebook when it comes to social networking. The library also uses other chat programs. AOL Instant Messenger is a big one, also MSN, Google Chat, and also Skype, which brings the whole video chat option into play. And finally, I wanted her take on what the biggest advantages and drawbacks were to technology. And by far, she said that the best thing about the new technological capabilities is just this idea of connecting with anyone, anywhere, anytime. 24/7, 365, if you will. Everything is now set up to where a patron can do so much from the comfort of their own home instead of driving down to the library on campus. As far as drawbacks go, I'd say that her main complaint was the vast amount of email that she and the other tech librarians get, and having to constantly check it even when on vacation, because otherwise she worries that she'll end up becoming overwhelmed by all the messages. Bottom line, I thought it was a very interesting interview, and it definitely helped me gain more insight into the work that tech librarians do. Obviously, they work very hard, and they definitely, it definitely helped me gain even greater appreciation into what they do in order to make our lives easier as research students. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thanks very much for watching. Hope you all have a great day. Bye-bye.